Vidyaabhyasa. I am your educator Niranjan Hegde. So today's video we are going to give it to the we are going to credit this video to the World Environmental Day. Plant a tree, save a forest, create a forest, and get a good oxygen level. Okay. From that slogan, I am going to start off with today's topic. That is wherever we have left from the last video. That is the events in sexual reproduction. So there we have left where we have left we have studied one event, that is pre-fertilization event. Today we are going to continue with the second event, that is which one? Fertilization. So what is fertilization? So the second event, that is fertilization. So what is fertilization? Fertilization is a process. It is a process of fusion of It is a process of fusion of haploid male gamete, okay, and haploid female gamete to give what? To give zygote. The fusion of haploid male gamete and haploid female gamete to give rise to zygote. Okay, so this is what the fertilization stands for. Then so there are different ways of fertilization is going to take place. So on that particular time a word will come across us, that is syngamy. So then what is syngamy? Syngamy, it is considered as a synonym of the fertilization. But in my way, it is a different thing. Why? Okay. So syngamy is only the process of fusion of male and female gametes. Okay, it is only the fusion of male and female gametes. There will be no further process is going to be there in the syngamy. But the fertilization includes all the processes which are present in the fertilization. So after the syngamy, whatever happens, so that is called as fertilization. That whole process which is included is known as fertilization. Okay. Now we will move to the classification of fertilization. Okay, the fertilization is classified. The fertilization has been classified on the basis of the place of the syngamy, the place where syngamy takes, simply. So where the syngamy is going to happen. So that on that basis we have fertilization has been divided into two types. The first type is the external fertilization. So then what is external fertilization? External fertilization is nothing but fusion of male and female gametes, that is both are haploid in nature, haploid male and female gametes, which will be taking place outside the body of the female. This process, the fusion of the gamete, is going to take place outside the outside the body of female. Body of female. I'll put a sign over here. The female sign is that and male sign is this. You know that. Outside the body of the female. Okay. For the example is very good example for us will be frog. Okay. Frog is a good example for this because whenever in the rainy season the male frog is going to release the egg into the water. At the same time, which the male individual, which is on the back of the female, is going to release the sperm, which is going to fuse and going to produce the zygotes, and they are going to develop into tadpole, then into the adult frogs. Okay. Then the next one. So this is external fertilization. Then next one is internal fertilization. Internal fertilization. So just a vice versa thing. Here also haploid male and female gamete is going to fuse. So where it is going to fuse? Within the genital tracts of the genital tract of the female. Genital tract of the female. For example, higher organisms like mammalia, mammals. We can consider example as mammals. This is what the whole process and the classification of fertilization is. Okay. Some of the individuals are going to be developed not from the fusion of the gametes. Some of the individuals are there which will be produced without the fusion of gametes. So what is that process called? That process, it also comes under the fertilization itself. That process is known as parthenogenesis. That process is known as parthenogenesis. So what is parthenogenesis? Parthenogenesis is a process where there will be no fusion of egg or no fusion of gametes is going to take place. No fusion of gametes while producing the young one. So whenever the young one is going to be produced, so this here there will be no fusion of gametes takes place. Okay. So this parthenogenesis is also classified. It is also has been classified into further more classifications. So parthenogenesis mainly it is divided into parthenogenesis. It is mainly divided into two types. One is natural parthenogenesis. Another one is artificial. So then what is natural and artificial parthenogenesis? Let's learn it. Natural parthenogenesis is a random, it will be a random process where there will be no fusion of gametes is going to takes place. So this natural parthenogenesis happens randomly. There is no accuracy there. Okay, there is no accuracy. This is how it is going to happen. No, so there is nothing like that. So, but this natural parthenogenesis, it has been again classified on the basis of the sex of an offspring which is going to be born. So, ಯಾವ individual, so this natural parthenogenesis, so ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್, ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ, ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹುಟ್ಟೋ ಒಂದು ಮಗುವಿನ ಲಿಂಗದ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ an offspring. There are three types of natural parthenogenesis are there. The first one is Erhentokki. teletoki, teletoki, and amphitoki. Amphitoki. So what are the definitions of these three ones? Okay, so that is Arantoki. So in Arantoki, so there in Arantoki type of parthenogenesis, there will be the offspring will be male here. So I'll write offspring will be male. Okay, offspring will be male here. Where? In the Arantoki. In Arantoki, there will be no fusion of gametes. Of course, there will be no fusion. Then offspring is going to be will be a male individual. This particular happens in the algae. Example will be algae. We can consider. Okay, algae. Then what happens in Teletoki? So Teletoki is a process. Teletoki is a process where the offspring is going to be a female. Female is going to be born. For example, lizard, aves. We can consider them also. Then what happens in Amphitoki? So here there will be no assumptions can be made. So after the birth itself, only we can come to know the sex of the offspring. Okay, sex of offspring will be came to know after the Amphitoki. These three are the classification under the natural parthenogenesis. Okay, and the last one now we are going to study, that is, I'll rub this because it's not visible. Okay, then what is artificial parthenogenesis? Artificial parthenogenesis is also known as induced parthenogenesis, which is made by the human beings. So this can be done by two major ways. That is, one is physical method, another one is chemical method. Okay, so whenever this particular technique is employed over the, majorly it is done over the plants. Okay, the plants gives the seedless fruits. Okay, so the result on the plants is seedless fruits. For example, seedless grape. For this one, example will be seedless grapes. I'll rub this also. Okay, so seedless fruits are going to be developed. That seedless fruits are known as parthenocarps. They are known as parthenocarps. Okay, and for example, that is seedless grapes. So this is about the artificial parthenogenesis. So I have left one very important thing for you people. In the beginning, I should have told you that the individual which undergoes the process of parthenogenesis, generally they are known as parthenoids. Parthenoids. 1 marks is very important. For 1 marks it is too important. Okay, and this parthenogenesis also is important 1 marks, and for 2 marks it is too important for this things. So this is what the process of fertilization and the fertilization event includes. So thank you for watching my videos. Okay, so if you haven't till now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, that is Jeevashastra Abhyasa, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get the notifications of the new videos. If you are not a student, okay, if you are a parent, then also you can click the subscribe button, and you can consider the videos for your children. Okay, then then if you are not a parent and not a student also, then also you can get the subscribe button, and you can subscribe to my channel, because you can show the videos to the persons or the students who are not afford to get the mobile devices. Okay, thank you. One